So then back to the quickest road to financial freedom.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the first answer that came, like the bullet, like the quick answer was knowing thyself, right? Which is a lot of people, because right now entrepreneurship's cool. It won't be cool in a few years when everyone loses everything. Skills are the only thing that will always appreciate in time and work in compound in concert. So when they work together, if you know how to do math, then you can learn how to do accounting. If you learn how to do accounting, you can learn how to do tax work. If you learn how to do tax work, you can figure out how insurance works. If you figure out insurance works, then you all of a sudden you're a CFO and you can prepare companies for sale. Like the skills stack on top of each other. And specialized skills are valuable independent of the currency or the economic climate. And so if you are good, you will always have a place to provide value because people want good stuff. Prices may vary, currencies may vary, but people will want the things you have if you are good. And the only way to get good is to work. And so I think that a lot of people spend a lot of their time in paralysis trying to figure out what the quote ideal opportunity would be when you won't know what the ideal opportunity is because you don't have a baseline. And I believe that research is done through doing. And you learn a lot more by doing stuff in action, and then you will gain the insights of where the opportunities lie, which is why Y Combinator comes up again. What they look for in past founders, one of their criteria for a successful business is past experience in the industry. So, and that can be, I just wrote a tiny blurb about this in the book that I'm writing, that can be tangential. Like if your dad owned a mechanic shop or was a mechanic, you probably know a lot more about cars than to you it seems obvious. But like, I don't know anything about cars, nothing. Nor do I really have the interest. But like, if you wanted to get in the space, you probably have some level of knowledge. Some people look at just the whole world and they're like, I don't know anything, but this is maybe a good, but I think it's better to have some level because usually we have learned stuff in our lives, whether we like it or not. And starting in every industry that your parents, your cousins, you worked in, there was massive opportunity. It just depends on how you structure it, right? So like, let's say my first job I was a blender tender at Smoothie King. It's the first job I got. Blender tending, not a very good opportunity, right? I'm probably not going to scale that, right? Managing there, probably not either. Owning the location, a little bit more leverage because now I have leverage on labor, right? Owning the franchise, much more, right? And so like all industries, if you go high enough up, and this is the rule of thumb for anyone, if you want to see where opportunity exists, look at the businesses that have been here the longest because they make tons of money. The only reason they would exist is because they can exist during downturns. The only way you can exist during downturn is you make tons of profits all the time so that you can weather it. Like JP Morgan's been here for longer than anybody's been alive. The point is like, I've now learned to see this as like, when I see big businesses, the bigger the business, the more I realize that there's probably a very high gross margin opportunity. And I'll say one last thing about how to get freedom. Biggest mistake that I see young people or people who are young in the game making is that they want to become millionaires in 90 days. And when most times you could guarantee that you could become a millionaire in a decade. But you have to be willing to not be a millionaire for 9 of those 10 years. And if I had everyone sign a contract that said that when they were 20, they could all be millionaires when they're 30. But no one's willing to do